Now in its 9th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of the Ramble. I'm Alex Bennett. We'll be here until midnight tonight. You know what my problem is? I forget that I have one of these interviews going. And the other day, Larry Bubbles Brown, I forgot. And then today, I had one I had down on my calendar. I even put an alarm on it. And the alarm didn't go off. It would have told me 15 minutes beforehand, Farnham. I do that now because I don't remember things. Like
I put little Post-its up, or I got Kim will come in and go, "Hey, you got Alex in 15 minutes." And
yeah, well, I have to look at your thing here because we have let me see here. Where is it? I can't even find it. Somewhere. Oh, there we go. There's Farnham. Okay. I put it in here. Yep. Mm-hmm. And let me see if I have an alarm. I said 15 minutes before, and it never went off. Well, so much good for that, Oh, and on here, it says Farnham, 1 p.m. Dismiss. Okay, but it's supposed to go off on my watch. I'm supposed to get a little buzz, and I
watch it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it is 1 p.m. where you're at. So
yeah. So anyway, I've been doing that lately, and I feel maybe it's time to cash it in. What do you think?
No, let's just ride it out.
Do I still have it at all?
Oh yeah, I know you got it.
I do got it.
Well, what are we gonna do? We don't have anything else to do now.
That's the alternative. What the fuck is there to do? Right.
Nobody tells you. I think you go into an alternative time zone.
Really?
I think life is slices, and when you leave one, you go to the other.
You know what I'm losing now? And I hadn't lost it for a long time, mainly because of doing the shows and stuff at night, is my sense of what day it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because when you go to work, you go, hey, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thank goodness it's Friday,
Right, or Thanksgiving, or when there's a holiday.
Well, I had done pretty well on this. I'd done pretty well on this until, you ready for I forgot that you were going to call. That's Chuck Farnham, by the way. If you can't read, screw you. His name's right under his picture, okay? Anyway, I can make him other people if you want me to, but anyway.
Yeah,
that's Chuck Farnham.
Please do.
The other day, I have this thing back here, which is my green screen. So I set up my green screen because tonight I'm going to have to do a program, right?
Right.
And
that's not the green screen now, though, right?
What?
That's your actual living room behind you.
Yeah,
at the moment.
Of course.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want me to change it.
No, it looks nice.
Okay,
I like it.
Good. Anyway, where was I?
What you're forgetting?
So I'm going through the whole day, and I'm getting ready, and finally I'm getting ready. I do the show at 10:30 at night, and I'm getting ready. I'm saying there's something wrong here. And it turned out it was Tuesday, not Wednesday.
I've been there.
You've been there.
Oh, many times.
I never had been.
Happens all the time to me.
I feel terrible about it, Yeah,
there's no reason to. You don't have a reason. There's no reason for there to be Monday through Sunday for somebody like you or me.
The only way I know what day it is now, and this is true, the only way I know what day it is what TV shows are on.
Yeah, see, I can't tell by that.
And I can't tell by that much because I'm streaming all the time. So
right.
I have no way to figure out what day it is. The only way Marjorie can remember what day it is says she have a doctor's appointment today. And then she will ask me what day it is. Oh, yeah, I have an appointment tomorrow. Yeah, good.
I found out I watch pretty much exclusively the Hallmark Channel.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love that thing because I can figure out everything that's going on in the first 5 minutes. But I found out something new.
What?
They now have a thing called the Mahogany Hallmark Channel. Exactly. I know what you're thinking.
Why mahogany?
Exactly.
Why mahogany?
I don't know, but it seems wrong.
And what's on the Mahogany Channel? Furniture?
All African American folks. It's all black.
Oh, so they didn't want to call it something like Hallmark Black.
Yeah, they call it Hallmark Mahogany.
Why? Because black people look like mahogany?
Mahogany? I don't know. I'm looking at this going, and I'm asking people, and they're like, what? That doesn't exist. I'm going, no, it really exists.
Well, tell me now.
I saw an ad for it.
This is something we don't know, and you can perhaps apprise us of it. What do you watch on the Hallmark Channel?
Well, it'll be...
Right now, it's nothing but Christmas movies.
You want me to give you the entire plot of all Hallmark programming? A woman is coming back to see her family because they're having trouble with the family business, and she wants to help. But it turns out that there's a guy in town that wants to buy the family business at a lower price.
Now, wait a minute. Let me just ask you this. When does the boning come in?
About 20 minutes in.
Oh, really? There is boning in these things.
Oh, yeah, but not really. You know,
it's implied.
It's weird.
Is it implied boning?
No, they're always in bed together. But on the Hallmark Channel, unlike on the Lifetime Channel, it's other. The Lifetime Channel will not do anything gay or with a lesbian, whereas the Hallmark Channel will have men kissing and women in bed together and stuff. But not over on Lifetime.
I got to tell you something. I'm watching this show. It's on Showtime. It's called Fellow Travelers. Now, the concept is rather interesting because it covers a period of time that I remember and that I played largely into my politics. And it was called, the 50s when you had the McCarthy hearings and so on. And this is about McCarthy and... what's his name? His little pal who was Trump's aide de camp. And you'd say, well, okay, that sounds interesting. No, but also it's about being gay. The whole thing's about guys in bed with each other. And how they work for government and how they can't reveal that they're gay. And it's an interesting plot.
Right.
But the trouble is there are too many sex scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Now, it's not that I don't mind seeing two guys kiss or that I mind seeing two guys lying in bed. I mind them lying in bed when nothing is going on but boning. Okay?
Really?
Because I like it when there's a plot. Now, I don't mind two people lying in bed if it furthers the plot. If the thing they're discussing moves the plot
forward.
Reason. But no, at least in the beginning of this thing, there was nothing but this boning going on. And
have you seen F?
I'm not upset by this, and I know people have gay sex, but come on, give me plot, move forward. I enjoyed the thing with
they got the go-ahead to do it, so now they're overdoing it.
McCarthy and what was his name?
I know. I'm gonna have trouble with the other guy.
I know my own name, and right now I'm forgetting it.
I can see it, and I can't name the guy.
I debated him on radio. I debated him on a show here in New York.
Wow.
And I looked him straight in the face, and I said, hey, I can't remember his name. Oh, boy.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm going to cash this all in, folks. I'm sorry. I can't.
No, you're fine now.
But this was like Trump's...
It doesn't get worse than this.
This was Trump's guru.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dom?
He was the subject. You remember this play Angels in America?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the subject in Angels in America. He's the evil gay guy who dies of AIDS. Yeah. Well, I'll remember the name in a bit here. But anyway, and no, it isn't Robert Kennedy. He was the other guy on the McCarthy.
Bob.
That's why I never trusted Bob Kennedy. Robert Kennedy, because
Yeah.
of his association with McCarthy. But anyway, God, I'll remember the guy's name in a moment. But I looked at the guy and I said, how do you feel about the fact that you convicted the Rosenbergs and sent them to the electric chair?
Yeah.
And he looked at me, and there were these eyes. They looked like shark eyes. They just looked at you, you know. And he said, I feel very good about that.
Yeah. How can you?
And I said to myself, I know I have never seen the devil, but if I have, I just saw it in his eyes.
How can you be? You can be anti-abortion, but pro-death penalty. How does that work? I don't. I have no idea how that works.
How can you be anti-abortion for you?
Right.
But not give somebody else the right to make the decision. That's always been my argument.
Yeah, and then but you're pro-death penalty. So, and they go, well, you're killing children, and I'm like, well, you're killing some guy.
Let me ask you this: you're a father. You had a kid.
So they tell me.
You had a kid. I guess the woman who we both know came to you one day and said, "I'm pregnant." Right.
Right.
Right. Was the first thought in your mind, let's go get an abortion?
No.
So really, you're pro-life.
No.
Let me finish with this. You're pro-life. You didn't ask her to go out and get an abortion. You decided to have the kid, right?
Right.
Because you thought it'd be a wonderful idea. Well, that's your decision.
Right.
That doesn't mean somebody else has to make the same decision.
Not at all. And there's a lot of work in this that maybe other people can't handle.
So I think we should have like pro-decision.
Yeah.
You can make whatever decision you want that you feel is right for your life.
Yeah. Have you seen on TV F-Boy Island?
F-Boy Island. I imagine the F stands for...
Yeah, it does. You should check that out. It's interesting.
There's a lot of real stupid TV out there right now.
Oh yeah, no. It's stupid. Not unlike every Hallmark Channel show. And people go to me, they go, I can't believe you're admitting to watching the Hallmark Channel. I go, I was in 4 porn films. Why would I not admit I was watching?
You were in 4 porn films?
Yeah. Nice, huh? With our buddy Ron.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. You were in 4 porn films. Did you do any porn yourself, or were you just...
No. I'm the guy in John Leslie's The Voyeur Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the voyeur. They shot the whole thing from the side of my head.
Let me see here. Then what else were you in?
Let's see. Blondage. Fresh Meat. And The Dog Walker.
And The Dog Walker. Now, the dog had nothing to do with the sex, right? No.
Not at all. And I'm on the box on that one. You got a picture of me on the box.
Really?
And then people go to you, well, when you're going to do this, they go, are you, that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. And I
How's it going to follow you for the rest of your life? You didn't have sex in it.
I'm going to put it on my goddamn resume.
Yeah.
Give me an IMDb for porn. I'm going to sign that up. I'm clearly in all of the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to do something in spare time.
Well, you know what's bothering me lately? A little problem I got here. It used to be if you put Alex Bennett into IMDb, but more particularly into what do you call it?
The other one?
Google.
Right.
You put Alex Bennett in there, the first thing that comes up is me. Okay?
But
You know the first thing is that comes up now? This blonde woman
Nice.
who was on something like Barstool Video or something. It was a sports show.
And her name is Alex Bennett.
Yep. Now I wonder.
Nice.
I wonder if she belongs to the union. Because if she belongs to the union and is using Alex Bennett, I can stop that.
Yeah. Well, I imagine she's using the union. I think all these guys have to now, don't they?
Well, maybe, but she'd have to change. She'd have to do something and call herself Alex L. Bennett or something like that.
Right.
You know.
I got a guy in Australia who's got my name, and he's a big pianist or violinist or singer, kind of a Sinatra type maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets my mail and I get his. And apparently he's like the Frank Sinatra in Australia. And we laugh about it because he'll every once in a while I go, "Hey dude, I got your email again." I go, "Yeah, I got 3 from you too. You got some gigs coming up, I see." And so we just laugh at it. And then the people go, every once in a while, a person from Australia, I go, Chuck Farnham. Oh man, yeah, we go see him. He's amazing. I go, yeah.
Yeah, well,
so I hear.
It used to be, if you said Alex Bennett in either San Francisco or New York, the first thing that would come up to mind would be me. And now it's this blonde chick with boobs,
Nice.
So I'm through. My career is over. See?
We're retired.
Nothing's left.
This is what we do now.
I don't consider
we
myself.
have something to do. This is it.
You consider yourself retired?
I'm tired.
You know what I thought of last night? This really scares me. I'm afraid of dying. Okay.
Right.
Okay. We've established that many times before.
Yeah, I'm not real good with it myself.
But if Marjorie goes before I do, I have no friends.
Oh, sure you do.
No, not here in New York.
Well,
Who, my good friend Shecky, who just dropped dead?
Jackie's gone.
My friend
Feldo?
Steve is gone. What, Feldo? I don't want to even talk to that asshole.
I'm still trying to figure out the no glove boxing thing he's doing.
What?
Yeah, if you go to his stuff, there are these ads for people who fight without gloves on. And he runs ads for them and promotions and stuff.
No, he's really
Bare
lost
knuckle
it.
boxing.
He's
I don't understand.
What? He's lost it.
I don't know. Ever since he got busted going over there to the Congress that day with
What?
the boys with Letterman, didn't he go over to? Yeah, he went over with a gang from Letterman to Congress, and they were wandering around the halls and got arrested for. Well, they thought it was going to him and the comic, the Insult Dog.
Oh no, he was
Conan.
working. Yeah, he was working with the Insult Dog and whoever the guy is that
Right.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't working with the Letterman show.
No, it was Conan,
Conan.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People are floating around.
Well, one day he decided he didn't like me any longer, and
Really?
I was always just last time I saw him, had a friendly. Went out to dinner, had a good time. He lived here in New York. Moved here to New York. And
Well, he used to call your house every day after the show and run jokes while we sat there.
yeah.
On their
He
couch.
was like my best friend.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, one day, he doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
What are you gonna do?
And he also, a lot of other people said he turned sour, basically.
He's definitely gotten weirder,
Yeah.
if that was possible.
Yeah. So, what the hell?
Not fun weird like Larry.
This is David Feldman, folks. Go over and
Yeah.
watch his show. I don't know if anybody does anymore.
Yeah, go do that. Bare knuckle boxing.
Bare knuckle boxing.
Bare knuckle boxing, I'm telling you, and then women do it too. It's weird. It's like that slap fighting thing.
Well, my favorite thing with women, have you ever seen, gone online and looked up for women with guns?
No.
And they got like women in bikinis with guns.
With guns. Oh yeah, no, I've seen that.
Yeah, and they'll like have a I don't know, a AK-47 or something like that. I think did I get it right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then they will shoot it repeatedly so their tits move a lot. And there are quite a few like that on there. I used to put it on my when I had this show and I did it out of a studio. I used to have that as a regular thing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, more women in bikinis shooting guns. And I would take it off the internet and we'd play it. You know.
Sounds good. You know what's coming here tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm getting the Facebook glasses in the mail.
Explain this, because
they'll stream. The glasses will stream whatever I'm looking at.
Well, they're cheaper, aren't they? They're going to be cheaper than what Apple came out with, which is going to be $3,500.
Yeah, Apple's glasses are but Apple's glasses are different. Those are those are more of an AR. The kids got all that stuff, and these are Ray-Ban glasses that change color. So they're sunglasses and regular glasses, and they have a camera and 6 microphones built in, and they'll stream right to Facebook. So next time we do one of these, what I'll do is I'll wear the glasses, and you'll be able to see me looking at you while you record the show. It'll be like we're doing it twice, but it'll be live wherever I decide on Facebook to put it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, bitch.
It sounds like a good time. Like if you had them and I had them.
How much are these costing you?
A lot.
What?
They're like 4, 3. Once again, Ray-Ban, they have a Black Friday sale, unlike the mortuary. No problem. So they were on sale a bit, about $370 or something. They're coming tomorrow. They charge in their own case. Like you have a glasses case, you just put them in there.
What are they called?
I don't know. Go to Meta and look up glasses, and they're there. Ray-Ban is doing all the manufacturing.
Really? Now, can you have prescription lenses put in there?
Yep. Yeah. Ray-Ban will do that
now,
for you.
You don't see anything through the glasses outside of what you're looking at.
Right.
So what you're really doing is the camera is showing the world what you're seeing.
Right.
Okay.
So like when you and Marjorie are out rolling around the park, you wouldn't have to hold the phone. You could just wander around and talk, and it would stream to.
Yeah, I would rather wait for the $3,500 Apple lenses for only one reason. I've always been a 3D freak. When I was a kid, I went to every 3D movie there was. Okay?
Yep.
And then I learned how to draw in 3D by taking 2 pencils that were of 2 different colors and then putting a rubber band between them and then drawing little lines. And if I wanted to come out of the screen, I would move it further and further apart. I learned how to draw in 3D. That's how crazy I was about 3D. Well, it turns out that next month in the newest iteration of the iPhone, they are making it so these 2 lenses here, right, are going to be the ones they use to shoot 3D.
That'd be nice.
And you'll be able to shoot 3D with it, but you won't be able to play it back anywhere else but on the headset.
Than an Apple phone.
No, the Apple glasses.
Oh.
And then all the pictures you've taken in 3D will come out in 3D.
Nice. Yeah, I had a 3D TV for several years.
I have one here. I have 2 of them. Actually, I have one that's stored away. But it's broken. The latest one I've had forever. I won't get rid of it. I've got too many 3D movies.
Right. Yeah, no, that stuff's good. I'm with you.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm waiting for that. I figure I'm getting some fuck you money, so I can afford $3,500 for these glasses.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this thing. I can go driving and just turn the thing on.
Well, by the way,
rambling
these glasses, which have this big thing here, right?
Right.
Has a screen inside that mirrors your eyes.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So people can see your eyes while you're while you're using these. No.
That's good.
Hey.
And you can see so you don't fall over something like I did earlier in the week.
Yeah, things like that. Well, we're coming close to the end here.
No,
Well,
not us.
not in the same way your mother came close to the end, but
She hit the end apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know when
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. The whole thing is weird. I mean, I lost my dad a long time ago, but it wasn't like this. I'm just numb.
Yeah.
Weirdly numb. It's not sad. It's like just numb.
I know. I've had it. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's certain numbness that, I remember.
Maybe I should ask. Maybe the mortuary could give me a tooth.
Could be either that, or you could take one of the death certificates and kind of
get a tooth.
Made.
Hey, before
Yeah.
Just trying to help people. Really.
Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you, sir. And I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
Oh, did you?
Months.
Oh, you didn't.
My mom died.
Yeah, your mom died. Excuse me.
Yeah.
By the way, just before we leave, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm sincere about that.
Yeah. Well, you're the only guy who could get away with it. That's the way I look at it.
Bye.
Now in its ninth year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Yeah, there was. I started the music a little early, but there was Chuck Farnham, and we'll hear from him probably again in a week or so. I don't know when the next time will be that we'll. In fact, I probably should call him and say, "Hey, do you want to do one more before the new year?" Yeah. Well, anyway. That's it with Chuck, and now we're starting off our whole week. That's what we're doing. By the way, right after we're through here, you got what's her name, Amy Manuel, and her fine show, The Intersection. She's taken over that show and been doing a swell job of it. And people say, "Have you heard from Jack?" And the answer is, not until tonight. So you heard from Jack, huh? Finally? What did he say to you? Well, I didn't exactly hear from Jack. He butt dialed me. And as soon as I picked up, it hung up. So anyway, that'll keep you informed of what's happening and not happening. Anyway, where are we? Okay, let me get all these people here. I have to get the list of people, and then we will admit them as we usually do. And here they come, ladies and gentlemen. See them? They're all popping into view. And there's the new voice of GabNet, Steve Fox, who also has his own online service called. Let me see here. You tell them.
Foxy Steve. Is it called Foxy Steve?
It should be called Foxy Steve, yeah.
Switch it around. Yeah. Steve Fox is old school.
Old school. If you want to go to it, just go to our GabNet page, and off to the side, we have a link to it so that you can see it, listen to it rather.
Where is it though?
Oh, I don't know. It's in San Francisco. What do you mean? Where is it? Oh, if you go to gabnet.net.
Yes.
Off to the side of the right side, see there's this big link to Steve Fox's old school thing.
Okay, but if you didn't go there, where can you get it?
Oh, that's what you're asking. So you could go to any platform that's out there when you think about it, except for iHeart.
Really? Why aren't you on iHeart?
They kicked me off.
What?
Well, the thing is, I was going through a service before. I'm not going to name it because I may get in trouble. And what they did is they started charging me quite a bit of money for licensing, and they kept compounding it with, because you're going to be on iHeart, and it went to an enormous amount of money. And then finally, they said, "Well, you're very popular right now, but with that, your licensing is going to go up again." And I said, bye-bye, and got away from them.
So wait a minute. They wanted to raise your amount of money you were paying for the licensing because it was going to be on iHeart.
No, it was on iHeart.
Yeah.
And what happened was the listenership went up. And so,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Okay,
So
it's
he
fun.
must be making tons of money, so let's charge him.
It's funny
yeah.
because I'm on iHeart and my numbers are still low. So yeah,
That's why they don't charge you.
Well, you don't have
Okay,
any
you got it.
license either, so that's the good thing. I mean, music-wise.
well, you were on a excuse me, you were on a thing that had a actual thing where they let you play music and so on.
Right, they streamed my station. That's what they did.
Yeah, and you paid them to stream the station, right?
I paid the other company who put me on iHeart to, more to go ahead and do that. And then the numbers came back in saying that, your listenership's gone through the roof. Congratulations.
Why didn't you just submit your channel to iHeart all by yourself?
I did. And what they require right now is insurance. So the insurance is
What?
in case, yeah, I'm not kidding. It's in case something goes out on the air and they're not going to be liable for, whatever I said or whatever was said, and they won't get sued. So the insurance will cover them. And
how much did they want for the insurance?
Oh God, that was $3,000 a year.
Really?
So-
I've never gotten anything to the effect that I have to pay them any money.
I don't know. It has to do with them streaming you. I mean, as far as radio itself. I don't know about podcasting.
But they're
though.
not. They're
That's
not.
because Steve's black.
What?
It's 'cause
Mahogany.
Steve-
Because he's black.
Oh, I see.
Mahogany.
Yes, they didn't like you because you were a Negro.
But he's not. Come on.
Except-
you guys.
yeah,
I'm
except
Indian.
Except he's not black.
Hey, hey, hey!
I know.
He's Indian. He's not.
You may be Indian, but I would say stick to the fact that you're black. You're going to get more stuff out of it.
Right.
Yeah. As soon
But
as you
Steve, you must get that all the time, right? I mean, we went
never.
we went to lunch together, but yeah.
nobody picked up the lunch for him, did they? You know why you didn't? You know why you didn't pick up the lunch for him?
Oh no, here we go.
Phil was there. That's why.
Because
Here we
he's
go.
because he's black. That's the reason.
No, because Phil was there.
Because Phil was there. Yeah, they got Phil to pay for it, the sucker.
No.
Yeah.
See now,
Phil don't pay.
Steve, we got Phil in trouble because we were trying to get this together, right, for a while, right? You and I,
Yeah.
to get a car thing together, and then we invited Phil and his buddy Alan, and then Phil went and sent Alex a picture, and he got us in trouble. So,
Oh,
Well, you sent me a picture too, and I still like you. It just gives me an excuse not to like Phil.
not put it on Facebook, I think.
You put it on Facebook?
Yeah, I put it on Facebook. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I think I took it down immediately, but yeah. Gee, should I make friends with Phil again?
No, we're just kidding. You did not
Okay.
make friends with him.
Well, I know what I didn't make what.
No, you did not make friends with him.
Oh yeah, I
It's
did
like-
not make friends with him
Yeah.
over that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know why he liked your picture that he sent or that you sent him?
What picture was that?
Oh, the same one. It's because you're white.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see. All right.
A Jew. And he's a Jew.
And I'm a Jew. I'm a
Yeah.
Jew. Yeah. But anyway, hello to Charlene Martinez. Can she hear us? There. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
That isn't.
Sideways.
That isn't turned.
Hi, Charlene.
Charlene,
Yeah.
I would put it back in the other mode. It just because.
Oh, there we go.
it-
Oh, my neck.
It didn't turn for some reason.
Alex?
Yes.
Oh, I was sitting there, during Chuck Farnham yelling, Roy Cohn, Roy Cohn.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I-
That was the other guy you were thinking of.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I go into blackouts here now, at my age.
But I knew who you meant, though.
Yeah,
I
well,
knew. I knew.
yeah. But anyway, so you had a nice lunch. Good, that's fine. I haven't gone out in a week. I haven't left this place.
Why? How's the weather?
Too cold.
Beautiful,
Too cold.
beautiful. It's beautiful today.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But I had too
But
much
cold.
stuff to do. I had lawyers.
What did you have to do?
I had lawyer stuff to do. I had Bub's interviews today. Then I
Okay.
had to do some work on some stuff that came in from the landlord that I had to change. You know.
What about yesterday?
What about yesterday?
Yeah, why didn't you get out yesterday?
Because I was lazy.
See, okay.
No, I just don't think I
Why
can.
am I trying to argue with you?
I don't think I can walk anymore. I just can't walk.
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah, you know, it's horrible. It's terrible.
Well, hang on, because you said that yesterday you were ready to go on, and then you realized it was Tuesday.
No, that was a week ago.
Oh,
That was a week ago that happened.
Did you get your calendar, Alex?
I wondered where.
Yeah, well,
I wondered
everybody
where that came from.
it was your Christmas card.
Wait a minute. Here, do this. Take that and put it over your head so it moves. Hold it up, and then hold it there, and then move it up above your head where nobody can see it. There we go.
No.
I got it from you. Okay, I'll give it back to you.
All right. So
Well, what the hell is this?
it's a calendar.
I know it's a calendar, but nobody buys calendars anymore.
Well,
What are you talking about?
instead of sending holiday cards that people look at, go, that's nice, and throw away, I send calendars.
Yeah, but nobody
got that
uses
calendar.
calendars anymore.
I use
I do.
calendar.
Paul
I
Brad.
do.
Over
I have one on
here.
the wall.
Do you? Send him one. Here, let's see if you can get it from me.
send him one.
Hey,
that'd be a great-
I have to say thank you so very, very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
And it did have the bird on there. What's the bird? Is the bird the one we voted for?
No, it's not.
Is that the what? Is that the funny bird we're supposed to vote for or something?
Can you read what it says, Brian?
What does it mean you're out of fries? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Sure it does. Pigeons love to go through the parking lot
And
where McDonald's is and stuff like that and eat the fries off the ground.
That's
Isn't that a
Alan.
seagull?
That's Alan's humor. That's awesome.
Well, there's
We don't get it. We need it explained. If you flip it over to the back, does it explain the joke for you?
Not a joke. It's a calendar.
There's a picture here. Let's see of a.
There's another one there. Something else. Whoops, maybe
Yeah.
not.
There we go.
Okay.
It's not just you. I look down on everyone. Says the giraffe.
Here's the other one. It's something about your nuts.
you're nuts.
Wait. This is too much. Charlene has a question, and then can we go back to the calendar? But I don't want to have too much.
No.
Maybe we
Wait,
space it out like
No,
every
Brian.
5 minutes. You show a month.
Tell me this.
I just want to ask, can I interrupt a second, Alex? Alex.
No, not
Alan.
at all. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, but when you're ready, am I allowed to tell a funny mahogany story? Because you know when you were talking to Mr. Farnham, he was talking about the Mahogany Channel. I have a little mahogany story.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you want me to.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do it now?
Just
real
one,
fast?
just one moment. Let me finish with this wonderful,
I'm sorry,
this
yeah, 'cause I was
wonderful,
interrupting. Okay.
awe-inspiring
This
calendar.
is, the
that I
ratings are going to
got.
go through the roof. Can we go to January, please?
No, this is right.
I want to go to my birthday month, please.
Now tell me
What's January?
if anybody thinks this is even funny. Okay, May.
It's a dad joke.
It's a picture
calendar.
of a squirrel, and
Okay.
it says, "Come for my nuts if you dare. I know squirrel foo."
Ba-dum-bum.
Whoa.
Okay, I guess I gotta send one to
And I gotta
Brian
sleep
and
now.
Kevin.
February. Let's February. What's February?
Keep going.
Anyway, so let's see here.
What's February?
Here's another one with a squirrel. It says, "You think I'm revealing where I keep my stash? You're nuts."
Ba-dum-bum.
No wonder this thing was on sale.
How much was it?
Worse than dad-
Wait,
I know dad jokes.
Can
and
I
these
just
are not dad
ask
jokes.
you how much it was?
Yeah, it was
Free.
regular 10 on sale for 5.
If
At
you
the
had a
dollar
great
store.
joke,
Boy,
if
do
you had
I
a great joke, you get it free. So Alan got it free.
boy, do I
Mhm.
feel special. Well, listen, he did send me a cane. Okay, so I got to hand that to him.
Hand it to
He
me,
sent
dude.
me a cane, and that I get good use out of that.
Good.
It's the only thing that holds me up. Let me
He had
see
a,
here.
He had a coupon for the cane.
Of course, I'm Jewish. I went to the synagogue and they gave coupons out for canes.
Oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Steve Fox is engaged in here. I've been trying to have promos for the intersection, so I wrote one, and you did that, and it's up. You know, we're running it, and it actually ran exactly a minute 1 second with the
Really?
music. Yeah, yeah. So, but then I decided to put the thing into Chat GDP. That's what it's called. Said do a spot for, and I put in the information, and it wrote a spot. And I thought, so what? And then I go back and I'm trying to write one, and I go back and I look at it, and I go, you know, this is better than anything I can write.
Jeez.
I mean, did you find it hard to read? Was it good?
I had to reread it many times because there was the way the words were. I can't. If I had the script here, I could even mention what it was, but I don't have it. But yeah, it came out fine though.
But
I did ad lib a few things, but that was about it.
They didn't have to. They didn't write anything in there that was hard to announce.
No.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes people, when they write spots, they don't write spots for people to read. They write spots because they look good on the page. Yeah.
Have you ever had this happen to you on the air where a spot is written for you, and what they do is instead of putting the numbers like 1994, they write out 1994?
Oh God, yes. And when they used to do it with money, like, 1995, well, they should write $19.95.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. So it's, who
Alex didn't read spots. He protested those.
No, I read spots. In the early days when I did radio here in New York at WMCA, about every other spot was what we called a live read. And you had this whole book, and you went to the live read, and you just read the damn thing. And the one that used to break me up every time, I had to keep myself from laughing, was why be buried in a ordinary grave when you can be buried in an above-ground mausoleum? Try saying that with a straight face on the radio.
Oh my gosh. Did you ever do Ginterly Diamonds?
No.
Oh.
No, I never got to that. No.
Oh.
But yeah.
It comes with a free calendar.
Shane. But you had Tom Shane on all the time, right? Like the Breakfast with Bennett, wasn't he there
Oh, yeah.
a couple times?
Yeah. He actually he had a good sense of humor about me kidding him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so monotone, right? He was so.
He had this voice. Yeah, with kind of, I am Tom Shane of the. What was the name of the company?
Shane Company.
Shane
The Shane Company.
Shane Company.
Shane Company.
And he would do it
He
with
was
this
what the ants were?
monotone, and he had no. But when I got him on the show, he got funny.
Yeah.
It was great. I also had one time I did a week of trying to get people who did spots on radio and television, for themselves, and I got Ron Popeil for Ronco. And he was a hoot. I had a good time with Ron Popeil. You could
I loved him. Yeah.
yeah, you could kid him about anything,
What was his product again?
Ronco.
Like
Ronco.
Ronco, but Popeil, right? Ron Popeil.
Yeah.
He had some kind of slicer or something.
But the thing was, you know what his secret was? He told me to his whole advertising is he would offer you, the whatever the peel a potato or something like that, some device he had invented. And then he said, but that's not all. And he would add something else.
Yeah.
If that's not all, we'll send you 6 steak knives. But that's not all. And by the time you were through, you got this whole thing of junk for like $30.
Garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he just piled. He says, "What I do is I start out. You've got it. I sell the item I'm trying to sell." He says, "And I show you how great this item is, so that you'll want it. But now, if you didn't exactly want it, let me throw this in too, and let me throw this in, and this in." He says, "By the time I'm through, you're getting $100 worth of stuff for like $30." And people love that. That's how that was his route to success. But anyway.
Interesting.
I'm
You
spitting.
never did Cal Worthington, though, right?
Cal Worthington? Well, you want to talk about Cal Worthington.
Uh-oh.
And his dog Spot.
Really? I think maybe you might be able to hear this. Maybe you might not be able to. But let's see.
So let's see.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you're little short of cash, go see Cal. Troubles over in a flash, go see Cal.
If other dealers you have cussed, here's a dealer you can trust. All you have to do is just go see Cal.
Take a
You know,
Cal.
everybody in town is advertising new 88 model cars and trucks. We're selling 89s, brand new 89s at the very same prices. Look at this. A brand new 89 Ford Festiva, $54.95, $95 a month. A brand new 89 Ford Mustang, $89.95, $149 a month. And look at this, an 89 Ford Probe, the all-new Ford Probe. You got to drive this car, $94.95, $163 a month. And 89 Ford Taurus, $109.95, $189 a month. And 89 Ford Aerostar, $99.95, $173 a month. And 89 Ford and F-150 pickup, $99.95, $173 a month. The 89 Ford cars and trucks are on sale at the same prices. Hey, come and see us. It's Worthington Ford in Long Beach. Worthington Ford in Long Beach, where your friends are. Open to midnight. See you here.
Now,
That's great.
And his dog Spot was always some different animal.
yeah, it was like a leopard or a
Yeah,
lion
leopard
or
or
a
a-
boa
yeah.
constrictor.
Cougar.
Bone constrictor, yeah.
Yeah, and but there were a couple of cars there mentioned. How much would that Mustang be worth today?
Yeah.
That's it, the 89 Mustang. Yeah.
Yeah, how much would that
That
be
probably
worth
had a
today?
4-cylinder in it.
Not for $199.
Yeah, but here's one for you. How good a car was the Ford Probe?
Oh, God, it was garbage.
At the time,
Garbage.
at the time it was popular, but it's garbage.
Like a Maverick.
How many of
Remember
them
the
did
Maverick?
you own, Brian?
Huh?
No, I owned a lot of Mustangs in high
yeah?
school.
Right.
Yeah, I had a lot of 60s, 65, 66, and I had a beautiful 67 black on black on black convertible.
Ooh.
Yeah, in high
You never
school,
went
I
for a
didn't-
5.0, did
What
you?
was the
In high
first?
No, I did. I had a 1990 black on black convertible, 5-speed 5.0, and a 95.
What-
I can't picture you in a Mustang.
I had a
for
lot
some
of
reason.
Mustangs. I had a lot of
I
Mustangs.
can't. I loved them. I can't picture
Any
you in a
Shelby?
Mustang for some
Any
reason.
Shelby Cobras? Any Shelby
No,
Cobras?
no.
No. It was high school. He didn't have the money.
But my question
Yeah,
is,
there was one fastback, 1968 fastback that this guy modified that I wanted really bad, and I couldn't afford it, and it was 8,500 back then. Now it's probably 85,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
never had fast cars when I was a kid. When I turned 21, I started
That's-
driving fast.
well, actually, you know, the
Blue red
Mustang.
lights, everything.
Yeah, the Mustang came out, I believe, in
64.
64.
64 and a half.
4.5.
64 and a
Yeah,
half.
4.5.
And then I just got out of the military, so in 65, I bought a Mustang. And I had that car for quite a while. That was the best car, man, for the price. It was like $19.95.
Yeah.
$19.95. That's not bad for a car.
No, 1900.
No, $1,995 for a Ford, for that Ford, and it came with like carpeting, right? And it came with bucket seats. I mean, it was a great car. It was a great car. It wasn't particularly a sports car because it didn't have really revved up engines. Am I right about that?
Did you have a
Yeah,
289 in it?
289s. Yeah, it was either a 6-cylinder, the straight 6, or it was 289.
Yeah, 289.
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyway, it wasn't a speedy car. I didn't find it to be a sports car, but man, it just had a nice feel to it, and it was great. And you know, didn't have
I
didn't,
love
A
didn't
couple
have
years later, you could
Did-
have bought the Bullet car.
it. Well, it
Yeah.
it didn't have seat belts. I remember that.
That's right. Back then it
Then,
didn't.
then if you were in an accident, you simply, flushed off the dashboard and sold the car to somebody else.
Went right through the windshield.
One of these. One of these.
Dangerous.
Oh, that's right.
The stop.
Yeah. Remember
Do
your
you remember
parents
when you
do
used to
that
put
all
your
the time?
hand out and then you used to put your hand down for stop?
Oh, no.
Hand signals.
Wait a minute.
Hand signal.
What was it?
Hard to
Down
explain.
was what?
Yeah.
Right turn.
Oh, straight out is
That
left.
is
turn.
left, isn't it?
Up is a right turn, and when you go down, it's a slow down.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
New York is hey, go fuck yourself. I'm moving it.
And this. on a
This is
motorcycle
the cop
means
ahead.
The cop ahead on
Alex?
a motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Alex,
Yeah.
my father promised me a Ford Mustang. You know, when he told me when I got my license, but instead I got a brown Toyota. I was pissed. I don't know what
brown
happened.
Toyota.
A Ford Mustang turned into a brown Toyota when I got my car.
Well, you should have sued
Toyota
him.
what?
You know.
Nice.
There's
What
my
kind of
Ford
Toyota?
A
Mustang.
Corolla, a
Oh,
Corolla.
Never mind.
There was his
I got
first
my
car.
Ford Mustang right
Oh,
here.
somebody
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, all the cars he mentioned in there, he must have named 20 cars in that commercial.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. A Taurus, he
Oh,
said.
yeah, that was another great car.
Mhm.
But
Those things died all the time.
They still make Tauruses up.
I'll tell you what my father bought and got rid of, I think, in 3 months.
Oh, really?
Any guesses?
A Chevy or no? That, I
Yeah,
don't
the Corvair.
Studebaker,
You're absolutely correct. It was the Corvair.
Corvair.
Really? You got a Corvette? Nice.
What do you mean nice? He
the
got rid of it.
Corvair
It was such a
were-
piece
Any
of
reason
crap.
why he didn't like it, Alex, or was he just didn't like
it
the
just didn't work right. You know, nothing was good about it. And luckily we got
washing
rid of it.
machine.
Oil
Wasn't
like
it unsafe
crazy.
at any speed?
Yeah, we got rid of it before it killed us. You know.
It was like an Edsel, right? Nobody liked the Edsel.
Well, no, the Edsel was not a bad car.
Oh.
It's just that everybody made fun. You see, here's what happened. There was a guy by the name of S.I. Hayakawa, who later became the president of San Francisco State University. But he wrote a book at one point called The Sexual Symbolism of the American Automobile.
Really?
And Ford, the people at Ford read this and said, well, in that case, let's really give him one that looks like a vagina. And
That was the
literally,
Edsel?
they created this car to look like a woman's private parts.
I would be my mother's car. My
Now,
father would have bought it.
if I'm right, and correct me if I'm wrong, car guys here, there was nothing really wrong with the Edsel. It was not a bad car. It's just that everybody joked about the way it looked.
Looked right.
Yeah.
And I've said this before on here. There's actually a couple guys that have, ugly cars become great customs. So
Yeah,
another one of
exactly.
the ugliest cars, but one of the most sought after cars is a Lincoln Zephyr, like 1939, 1938 Zephyr. And yeah, Kevin knows because he goes to all the shows with me. But those cars were like the back window came down, and then the trunk sort of went flat, and then went way down where the back trunk and the bumper are. It was so long and extended. When you lower that and you chop the top, it just becomes masterpiece.
Yeah.
I have one down here.
You can do all kinds of stuff with them because they're great. What they call blank
great
canvases.
profile. Yeah, the great silhouette.
Isn't the lowered roof the car that Bonnie and Clyde drove?
What was
I
that?
just saw that somewhere.
Bonnie
Yeah.
and Clyde.
Oh, really?
They had a lowered roof car.
That car exists, and you can go look at it with all the bullet
Chopped
holes.
car, you mean?
With
Was
the bullet
chopped.
holes, huh? Wow.
Bonnie and Clyde, they were killed in their car.
We know who they are, Alan.
Yeah.
Not everybody does, Charlene.
No, not everybody.
Sorry,
does.
I was just joking.
It wasn't.
Alan.
It
Don't
wasn't
get
chopped.
upset.
It wasn't chopped. But some cars back then did look chopped. But that one
Yeah.
wasn't. They weren't chopping cars until
There was a
after.
car
I like
way-
the grills on the 39. The
There was
grill or the.
there's a car from way back when, I believe, called the Tucker.
Tucker.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I saw the movie with Jeff Bridges,
Yeah,
right?
there was
Yep.
that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And they only made 50 of them.
That's
If
it.
you have
And
one of
40
those,
and
that's
about
rare.
48 of them were in the movie.
Right, right.
I would
That
have
was a
liked to
great
have had
movie.
the car that was in Bullet. That
Steve
Mustang,
McQueen.
67.
Yeah, Steve McQueen, yeah.
Mustang.
Yeah, I would imagine there were probably like 3 or 4 of them because they probably
Was
broke.
that Ally
on-
yeah.
McGraw? Or
There was,
Steve
yeah.
McQueen, Ally McGraw?
I don't
I
remember.
think they were dating or no?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, they were.
No, Steve McQueen, Ally McGraw was another picture. I can't remember.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, so I mean, but no, there was one also. I had a girlfriend, and her father had restored it, and it was Oh boy, name some of the fancier automobiles back in the 30s.
30s.
Not the. You mentioned the Darwin a couple times. Darren.
Well, the
Chrysler?
Kaiser Darren, which came with doctor-assisted suicide, by the way. The Kaiser Darren had, if I remember correctly, had lips on the front of it.
Oh my God!
It looked like it had lips.
I had to
Kaiser
get
did.
calendars made with that car in it.
Huh?
Yeah. The Darren's the one where the door slides into the front fender.
You're right.
I think Jeff knows that car, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I think that's right. What's the name of the company that made that car? Who's the manufacturer?
Kaiser.
Kaiser?
He owned Kaiser
Yeah,
steel, was it, or
California.
aluminum?
Yeah, and the one of the ones, yeah, it looks like it had lips.
And the second thing he came out with after the car was Kaiser hospitals in California, and it was they were created as a way of getting medical help to his employees. And then he extended it. Then my father joined it because he extended it to unions.
Yeah.
And so if
They
you belong to a
started it-
union,
they
you can be part of Kaiser. What?
They started Kaiser started the hospital and the medical service in Richmond, California, because they were building ships there for the war.
No, I don't think that's why Kaiser built it then. I think he
No?
built it after the war for people who worked
The
at
original
Kaiser.
the original Kaiser is built in Richmond, California.
The original Kaiser what?
Hospital, Kaiser Permanente.
Oh, Kaiser Permanente. Well,
Permanente.
it wasn't Kaiser Permanente at that time. It was just Kaiser.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, the main hospital for Kaiser was in San Francisco.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
So,
Well, their headquarters, Kaiser's headquarters.
we could fight it, but it's not worth fighting over. So.
Yeah, right.
Kaiser's I was born in Kaiser. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
My father was an
Really
ophthalmologist.
good.
What happened?
Yeah.
Kaiser's very good now.
They are.
So listen,
okay.
they impeached, or they were trying to file impeachment against Biden today. That one's going to work, isn't it?
At least they're doing
I'm
something.
still waiting to hear
At
what the
least-
crime is.
Well, you know what's amazing? They can do that, but somehow they can't pass a budget.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Get all the Republicans on the line. We'll impeach Biden. No, you're not. What are you going to impeach him on? You know? What did he do? He didn't even push out that son who got him into trouble. You know? So, I mean... but it's
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that they are spending their time on that cluster bleep. Yeah.
So, what have you heard from Jack Bishop?
Yes, I mentioned it at the beginning of the show.
Just said it.
Alan wasn't listening.
Alan
Yeah.
doesn't listen.
I wasn't on
Yeah,
it.
I got a butt call from him,
Oh man.
and he did.
That-
But then when
that
I said
sounds
hello,
dark.
he hung up.
So no, nothing this whole week.
No, nothing. Haven't heard anything.
Wow, that's kind of really strange.
Meanwhile, I managed to. You have to give me credit. In just a few days, I managed to wipe all of Gabnet free of Jack Bishop.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, all
Maybe
the
when he
artwork.
butt-dialed you.
Huh?
Maybe when he butt-dialed you, he was sending you off too.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I change this? I have no idea whether I changed this or not. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Intersection tonight at midnight Eastern on Gabnet.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Listen closely.
Intersection tonight at midnight Eastern.
Oh, you
on
went
Gabnet.
intersection.
Oh, you took it out. Yeah, you
Yeah.
took it out.
Yeah.
But Jack Bishop.
And I removed him from a couple. I spent most of the week changing everything over to Amy Manuel. So it's
You should bring her on the show.
Well,
Just introduce her, to people who don't know her.
well, listen to her and they can get to know her.
Yeah.
You know.
There's some history here, Steve, and I don't know the whole history, but her and Alex were on the show together at one time or something.
She came in here. She was here one night. Yeah, yeah. But she
that was a visit.
She used to host the show with Jack, and then I didn't like the combination. It didn't seem to work. But when she offered to do the show, when Jack suddenly disappeared, she just took it upon herself to do the show, kind of for him, as a service to him and to her callers, his callers. And I liked what I heard. Her by herself is just fine. I think the two of them in combination were not. Would you agree with that? The people here who used to listen to both of them together? Yeah. And she's really, I listened to it the other night and I went, it's pretty damn good, Pretty damn good.
That's because she's got really good guests on there.
Oh, are you her, what do you call it?
You're the producer?
The producer. Right. Are you the producer too? That's what happened to Jack. You were the producer and it went downhill.
Yeah,
PD.
Yeah.
PD.
Yeah.
Blame Alan.
Yeah.
Alan, the program director.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it's she did it. I listened to her the other night. We finally got all the kinks worked out, and she did a really good job. And everybody, all you guys seem to like her. The two of you who call her here, who are on right now, seem to like her a lot. So it works out. It worked out well. And she got me out of a real mess there.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was fun to make up new graphics and things like that because I had to relearn how to use Photoshop and everything else.
Oh man.
Yeah. Although Photoshop has done something. Photoshop, in case people don't know, is something where you manipulate photographs and things like that. But I used a version of it that has AI, okay? And I simply told it, it said, do you want to take the background out of her picture? And I said, sure. And I'd done that before, but I used to have to do it by clicking on certain areas and finally getting the whole thing. I just clicked it and it completely removed the background smoothly with smooth edges and everything.
Remove Jack too?
That was easy. No, but if you look at that graphic, it's on gabnet.net, that photograph in the middle was just lifted out of the background.
Wow.
And it was terrific. And but I thank her for, doing what she did, and I'm very happy to have her as part of our programming scheme here. The other thing is she's not doing Monday and Tuesdays, but Jack was never required to do Monday and Tuesdays either. He just volunteered to do it.
Those seem to be the days he had the most problem.
Yeah.
What, Monday and Tuesday?
Monday and Tuesday, yeah.
A lot of that could be because you got a weekend where you're not doing anything. And so you come back to it and it's not fresh to you anymore. My problem is that when I had to go use Photoshop, I hadn't used it in a year to do anything because I'd have to do graphics for the website or whatever. And when I had to go back to it, it took me a whole day to relearn it again. Because you don't use a program for a year, and it's hard to come back to. Huh?
They all improve.
Well, they improve, but not so much of that. But you just forget how to use it.
Well, that's what I was saying. They've improved with a whole bunch of new things that you have to learn.
Yeah, but without
They change it.
Forget about no improvements. You still have to go back and relearn it. It's just
you got to get back on the horse again.
Yeah. If you do it every day, you're going to pop, 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 and then if you don't do it for like 6 months, you go, bum, 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 bum.
Did I do that?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you didn't use your machine to record audio, your voice and stuff, you'd probably forget after a year how you did it.
It's like the automation system's the same thing. You just forget. I mean, if you step away from it for a while and go to something else and you come back and you're like, and you forget about it.
Yeah. But
being a newbie, and I don't know anything about Jack Bishop or anything, but
neither do I.
But they're on Skype, right? Are they on video or is it audio?
They're using Skype. Now she could use Zoom, but she'd have to use Zoom right after I'm using Zoom. It's I mean, it could be done. I mean, we're thinking of having her go to Zoom, because I see no advantage to Skype any longer. You know, but it's
so when her shows, because I only heard her recorded shows. Is it on video also?
Is it on video?
Like to watch it, he means, on YouTube.
Right.
Now, again, she could do that, but we'd have to figure out the logistics of where it appears. Are we putting it up on YouTube? Where are we putting it?
Yeah.
So that would be the problem with that one. But I see with her, it's not a problem because she technologically can pull this stuff off. You know, she knows
She's
the
good,
technology. Yeah. So I mean, I could say to her, okay, why don't we try to put you out on YouTube? Okay, go live, or record it, or whatever. And you know, it's just a matter of where we're going to place it. You know, we're going to place it on my Gabnet site, or we're going to put it on an Amy Manuel site, or what? Where are we going to put these things? But she could do it. She could do it tomorrow. She's, you know. But I think the delivery system is okay. I mean, Skype isn't terrible. And Skype is somewhat easier for the average public to use. Because
we would lose the after show, too.
Huh?
The thing that's weird about it
went
is
to
that,
Zoom.
What were you going to say?
I said the thing that's weird about it is that if you're the average caller / listener, when you go to that show, all you hear is audio, and then the people on the show are just, they're in video and they're talking about, oh, look at this, look at that, but you're just sitting there listening to what they're looking at.
Yeah,
because of Skype.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about that. If
it
video
should be it should be on Zoom, I think, so that either you can see it and hear it, or
well, you can see.
Might as well just be an audio show.
Yeah, well, it is just an audio show now. Okay,
it is now. That's why I say it's not as.
I think after
like
the first year, I might talk with her and we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll find a way to, you know.
I think should do it fine. I think she could do it fine.
Yeah, well, I think if she simply used my Zoom address.
Yeah.
And
I don't think she'd have a problem with it at all.
As soon as I go off, she can sign on to it. She shouldn't sign on to it
just
before
like the
I
old
go
days.
off. Yeah,
like you guys used to do it with Skype.
Yeah, well, Skype was a little easier. I didn't because here's the funny thing about Skype. We on the intersection they use Skype, and the reason we use Skype was because that's what Jack was used to, and I'll be damned if I was going to try and teach him anything else.
No, I get that. Yeah,
you know, and that's no putting down Jack, but he just didn't understand the technology to begin with, and I got him up to speed enough so that he could use Skype, and but anyway. And plus, there are a few different rules with what do you call it? With Zoom. With Zoom, you have to know the address to go to. You know, and with Skype, all I have to say is just type in Gabnet Live, and you'll get to the show. So it's a lot.
With Zoom, it's just links, and you just click links.
In that respect, it's more user friendly. So, I make my case. Good night.
Good night. Good night now.
That's cute. Does this look like the legs of a murderess? Anyway. So we had them trying to do an impeachment of Biden because they had to, because the Democrats have tried to impeach Trump. Well, yeah, there was good reason for that one. You know?
Yeah, both of them.
But there's nothing so far as this one's concerned. And you can spend all this time trying to make a case against Biden where there isn't one. And
tit for tat.
Yeah, no, and then, you know, just not do anything about the economy, about the budget. Nope. You know, not do anything about that. You can't seem to get that one together. And we're not going to give money. We're not going to give money to Ukraine and to Israel unless first
Zelensky flying over here trying to kick their ass and say, "Hey, we're still here. We're still killing each other. Hello, we need some money."
Yeah, and you can't even get the Republicans to understand that if they don't give money to Ukraine, that's the greatest Christmas gift that could be given to Putin. I almost said Donald Trump. Same thing, Putin, Donald Trump.
Right.
Same thing.
Except for one still in power.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, what are you doing? Give money to, you got to give money to Ukraine. Now, I'm arguing a little bit about Israel because of what's going on in Gaza, and the world has turned against Putin. Against now I got it wrong. Netanyahu.
Yeah, right.
Because of the way he went after the people in Gaza. You know, when you see little babies, you know, missing an arm or something, these kind of things you're seeing on TV every day, you don't exactly feel good about the Israelis.
I don't feel good about Hamas either.
No, you don't. Nobody says you have to. You know, and being anti-Hamas doesn't mean that you're necessarily pro-Israel. You get what I'm saying? Or that you're pro. But
we all know you're not pro-Israel.
Being pro-Palestinian is not being pro-Hamas. Okay, plain and simple.
I agree.
You know. And for years, I've been pro-Palestinian. I've been calling for the Palestinian cause and the fact that they need their own homeland and their own fate. Give
them Texas.
You know, and now here you got, you know, as a Jew, here you've got, and you're a Jew too, although we don't like to admit it, you know, Alan, and Jeff's Jewish. But I don't like the fact that Netanyahu is really, because they call it a Jewish state and they shouldn't. It's a Zionist state. It's a Israeli state. But calling it a Jewish state, it's like everybody goes, well, don't you hate what your people are doing to Gazans? And I go, don't blame me. You know, I've been pro-Palestinian for years. And you can be pro-Palestinian and not be anti-Semitic, by the way. So that's also another thing you should understand. You know, it's terrible what Hamas did in Israel. There's no question about it. But they killed 1,200 Israelis. Do you know how many children they have killed in Gaza? Almost 5,000.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you call that a disproportionate response?
The way wars work,
just the children.
Huh?
But
that's just the children.
That's just the children.
5,000 or 6,000 women.
Yeah, yeah.
They're raping women. I saw a thing about that, like you know, how horrible it is that they torture. Rape is torture, and they're raping these women, and then they.
The Israelis are not raping women.
No.
No, it's the Hamas or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, Tony?
You know what I think it is too, and I could be wrong. It's just my opinion about that whole conflict. Is that it's not a conventional war. That's what I said. They're fighting, but it's both sides. It's not really making sense because neither one is looking good. It's like, and there's got to be
wait a minute. I think the Palestinians are not looking bad. I think Hamas is looking bad, but Palestinians are not Hamas.
And I think what you're trying to say is when people are trying to say, like, I don't know, like when they say like, oh, you're pro-Palestinian, they think like you're for like a terrorist group. You're really like not for war more than less. You know what I'm saying? These people forgot, you know, you're anti-war. That's what really people should say. I'm just not for war on either side.
Well, no, I mean it's turning, you know, it's the fog of war, as they call it. Jeff, do you disagree with me on this? That
a little bit.
That Hamas are Palestinians, but Palestinians are not necessarily Hamas.
I know. You know, it's the bad problem is there's a whole bunch of people killing other people.
Exactly.
And, you know, and you go, why? For what reason? And they go, well, because a bunch of policemen were supposed to support them, and they didn't show up for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, you're right. You're right.
And that really probably accelerated.
Well, the latest thing was that Netanyahu for years has been paying money to Hamas.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that.
Thinking that was a way of protecting Israel. Oh,
Yeah,
smart,
we
smart.
we
Like
have
in-
also
Huh?
we have also given money to terrorist organizations.
Who?
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 Who was in Iraq?
I know. I think they trained Bin Laden.
No,
I know
we
that.
didn't. We didn't pay.
There's a
no.
perfect example.
Well, wait a
Bin
minute.
Laden was
I remember
trained by
studying
the
on that.
CIA.
They did train him, and then they turned their backs on
Well,
Bin
that
Laden
was
when they
early
turned him
on.
on.
That was early on.
Yeah, that was in the late 70s, right?
No matter, we still gave. to
What
him.
it was is that Osama bin Laden and his fighters in Afghanistan. Where was it? It was.
I think it was Afghanistan, wasn't it?
No, I don't think
Was
it
it?
was. It was like trying to
I forgot
remember.
where it was in the Middle East. Somewhere
It's
down
one
there.
of the stands. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
supported
But
Osama bin Laden.
They did, yeah.
Because
They trained him.
let me finish.
Yeah, Tony.
Because he was fighting our enemy, the Russians.
Yes.
Okay, and because he was fighting the Russians, we were willing to pay for that.
Yeah.
It just turned out that later on he became our enemy, but not at that time. At that time, in fact, you ever go back and watch Rambo 3?
I never saw it.
It's about him helping.
Now I gotta watch it.
About him.
Really? I gotta watch it. That's like
him helping Osama bin Laden's forces.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It was.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's hilarious to watch.
So
But it's amazing though, because we train these. They always think the United States is like so innocent and everything. We actually use people, and when we're done with them, we'll disregard them. And then you want to know what's that saying, Alex? Show me your enemies, a friend of them. There's a certain saying that.
I think what you're thinking of is the enemy of your enemy is my ally or whatever.
Something like that, yeah. Because, we're not so innocent and everything like we all think. Look at Kennedy. I still think that fucking CIA probably killed him or had something to do with it.
No, I think it was the mob.
I think it was the mob.
You think it was Al Capone, Alex?
Al Capone wasn't alive then.
Who was the guy in charge at that time?
Al
in
Capone
64?
was dead by then.
Oh, he was? Okay, yeah, I read the book on him, too. Who was the other guy? Sam Giancana? That was the guy, right?
Giancana, that was it.
Yes, that's how I get them confused.
Yeah. Well, Giancana was having sex with, what was her name?
Everybody.
No.
Marilyn Monroe.
But this woman who was also having sex with Giancana.
They were dead too.
Really?
Like a hooker or a cool girl.
She wasn't a hooker.
Oh,
she was not a hooker.
No,
but
it
she was
a-
like a.
It was a Washington socialite or something.
I just saw her in a documentary thing. Oh, I can't remember what they said.
I'll get off the air here and I'll remember it. That's the way things go. But
all this while the guy still down at the corner is talking to the guardrail conversations.
What?
What?
I said all this going on, and I still have the guy down the street at Almaden, and before the freeway, the guy sits there and talking to the guardrail for an hour.
That guy's crazy.
Well, wait a minute.
He's probably making sense too. The guardrail's probably making sense.
Yeah, he's probably making sense. Yeah, exactly.
Too much is good.
Well, this goes back to we worry
Well,
about
wait a
all
minute.
these
Have
other
you-
people, and I know there's
have
reasons to worry about all these people, but we have so much stuff here, it's just terrible.
Well, I mean, we got to take, we do have to take care of, I think, of Ukraine, because if we don't stop Putin there.
I know, but there's always somebody we have to take care of, and in between these times, we don't take care of our own people.
Hey, this country is flush with money, okay?
Yeah, we can take
and if
care
we
of it.
aren't flush with it, we simply print it up, okay?
We can take care of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So, give him the goddamn money and let's get on with this war and let's make sure he doesn't get, Ukraine doesn't get decimated. Yes, Jeff.
The one thing that I've been doing is talking to everybody that I know and their cousins and their people who live down the street and young guys and older guys. And it's just, is anybody out of work or are you working? And everybody tells me they're working.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they say everybody is, yeah.
Oh, there are enough jobs to go around now.
Steve and I are the only ones working on this panel. What are you
In
talking
fact,
about?
I'd say give some of them, some of those
Oh, I
jobs.
gotta tell you, Alex, something funny. I'll tell you tomorrow.
What?
I sell my comics on this. I do my comic books.
Yeah.
So get this. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I went from watching my mother. I was in the post office dropping boxes off. So this lady I know, and the husband and wife, he owns like a contracting place. He's an Irishman, and she's Irish. He's a nurse. And she goes, Tony, you have 2 dogs? He says, yeah. She says, would you want to be a dog walker? Because I have a lab, a puppy. So they're giving me $40 an hour, Alex, off the books to walk their dog 5 days, 6 days a week. So now I'm on the side during my lunch and walking a big dog. So I went from watching my mother to walking a dog. Actually, the dog's easier, Alex.
Tony's got a job.
I had a lab once. What kind? His
name is Kansas.
A crime lab. Thank you very much, ladies and
gentlemen. He goes crazy on me. Yeah. I showed Charlene a picture. She saw him.
Okay.
I'll put it on your page later.
The only thing that's really duller than looking at your dogs is looking at people's pictures of their cars. You know.
Are you still taking care of that?
I love this dog too. I'm a tax man.
It kicked Brian off.
Come on, Brian. Come back. Come back. Kevin.
I say Kansas Anthony here. He comes running out like crazy.
So, Alex, are you still taking care of that cat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Alex? Oh.
I don't know. You talked about it for a week, so I just haven't heard you talk.
That was about a month ago, 2 months ago.
Oh, you probably opened the window and pushed it out.
No.
Owner finally came back and got it.
Yeah, they came back and got the cat.
It was on loan.
What happens is it gets to be just about the time we're really getting used to the cat, and the cat is getting used to us.
Oh, they got to take him back.
They come and take it away.
They take the cat.
I'm attached to this dog now. It's just, I mean, he's only down the block, so I go see him.
That poor dog.
Like he's my third dog now.
Tony.
He likes me.
Knows all its friends.
You know what they say? They said,
"Oh boy, you want to."
They say, "Where's Tony?" He runs right to the door. He's looking for me all the time. He knows who I am now.
What's the dog's name?
Kansas. You know why, Alex? They adopted him from Kansas and they drove him. So he's from the state of Kansas. Yeah, he's a beautiful dog, a boy.
Was he pissed off about the game
he
last
runs
week?
right out with dog. He almost knocks me over. I just got to calm down, big guy.
Is this one of your dogs?
Pissed off about the game last week?
You giving him coffee?
No, I give him little snacks. I walk around the neighborhood. He takes big dumps. I got to pick it up all the time.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Shut up. Shut up.
Tony, get us some pictures of those dumps.
Send him coffee.
I got it right here.
I haven't sent him coffee.
Hold on a second. Is that your car in the back, Ron?
He's got nice cars.
That's one of them. Yeah.
I just sold. I sold that one a couple years ago.
That is a good looking car.
That's nice.
That's a good looking car.
That's a
Of
caddy.
course.
That's a caddy.
I'm going to put cars up here all the time now that you complain.
That's a fat kid.
Oh boy.
Oh,
this
Alex?
is what?
Oh, you're going off the air, so there's no way you have any time for my mahogany story, but that's all right.
Well, I forgot about your mahogany story. What?
Well, nobody will like it anyway, so who cares?
You told me so.
Can you tell it in 3 seconds?
3 seconds.
All right, I'll try to do it. Okay. I had my son, and one of my mother's sisters.
Nope, we got to go.
They gave me a card, and it was the mahogany, because my son is not white. He's mixed, his father's brown.
Yeah.
So I said to everybody, all right, who gave me the black card? Because you didn't know that it was like, for black people, African American. Your conversation made me think of that.
Okay. Hey, listen,
I'm lost.
we got the theme running here.
Maybe they'll make a calendar out of it.
This has been fun. It's a lot of fun today.
I'll send you a picture of Kansas on your page, Alex.
This went by real fast for me.
Use it as your background.
He's so cute.
What, using this as a background?
I'd like to get a ride in
His
it.
dog.
Brian's Jay Leno.
You should send everybody.
Brian
You should
Jay Leno.
send everybody a picture of the same car, and they can all have it as their background.
Everyone but picture Steve, get your car in there.
Yeah, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Anyway, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it, Steve. All you do for me, I really appreciate it. And of course, Brian, love having you here. Charlie, you're great. What can I say? Alan, you're terrific. Kevin, love you. Okay, not as a guy loves a guy. Okay. Charlie Martinez, thank you very much. Jeff Stein and the lovely and attractive Tony. Thank you all. Give yourself a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. There they go, folks. Goodbye, guys. There they go. And woman. Thank you very much, Charlene. That's our group of people tonight on the program. We'll have another citizen panel tomorrow. There's one following up right now, coming up with Amy Manuel and The Intersection on Skype at GabNet Live. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.